Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Another unboxing video for us today, and this time we have Revolver, the Deluxe Edition. Stick around.
Okay, let's see what we have here. Quite an easy unseal for this one. With the box. And good wrapping. We have some sealed airbags in the bubble wrap, as you've seen. That's pretty good. Sealed airbags keeping it in place. And this is the only one that I found still to buy in my home country in Romania at regular stores, let's say. Of course, still sealed with the hype sticker on, as you can see. Backside, contents of all the discs. And there we go. Spine. Let's get this unsealed now. I'll try to get it unsealed so that I can still use the shrink wrap and potentially leave it on. So I'm just going to make this a bit slower, just to make sure that the shrink wrap remains intact as much as possible. I should have started with the back, now I realize, but and then I'm going to keep it like the others, sort of seal it in with a bit of tape so that the shrink wrap remains on the box as much as possible to protect it. There we go. Nice.
Okay, so for Revolver, as I did for the last two, Let It Be and Abbey Road, I tried to keep the outer stretch wrap. Did a decent job of keeping it so far as I'm looking at it, with the hype sticker, of course. That's the back side of the album with the contents. Of course, the new stereo mix, the 2 session CDs, already classic by now with all of the other versions of anniversary editions or deluxe editions, and the original mono master CD of this album, as well as a EP including paperback, Rider and Rain, in 2 versions, both stereo and mono on the same disc. That will be the 5th disc of this set. So let's see what we have inside as a content. These are the discs. We're going to look at them at the end. And this is the book. Now this book I really like. I kind of like the design as much as I like the one for Sgt. Pepper. It has very nice sort of inserts here on the right and the left side. I'm not sure if they're quite visible. They're a little bit glossy versus the rest, which is matte, as well as the writing, which is in glossy black letters. The spine, yeah, with the name. And the back side with a very unique black Apple logo, which I haven't seen on any other piece of material. Okay. Contents of the original Revolver album. The table of contents for the book. And we start with the pictures, of course. By this one, I mean, this one was the last one that was launched, right, in 2022, so last year. This year, hopefully, we will get another one, which everybody assumes is going to be Rubber Soul. But already we have, like, this is kind of a standard approach that they have, even to the book, where you have some pictures at the beginning, and then you have a foreword by Paul McCartney, and then other introductions, other pictures, and other introductions by other people. This time, it's interesting. Interestingly enough, we have Questlove, which is a well-known American musician, a part of the Roots. I think you might have seen him on Jimmy Fallon's show with the Roots, who is writing an interesting introductory piece on this album. This is the Yellow Submarine, I think, Eleanor Rigby single. And then again, you know, pictures and a lot of details. Again, replicas or pictures of the tape boxes. We'll have a lot of pictures of lyric sheets, original lyric sheets, as written by the band for different songs, which is really interesting to see. And of course, details about each song. Yeah. All in all, this is one of the nice booklets, I think. There's a lot of context. So you see, as opposed to Let It Be, where you had these pieces of text and like small, boxes in the middle of a page, here you have full-on pages of text sometimes, or almost full pages of text. So it seems like there's a lot more content to read now. It doesn't mean that it's necessarily better, but we'll have to see about that. But still, text-wise, there's a lot more there to read, or at least it seems like there's a lot more there to read. Anyway, all in all, pretty nice book. Let's take a look at the discs. Again, vinyl, LP replica sleeve, but of course it will open up like a double LP sort of, and then you have again the discs stored in these pockets with these very flimsy cardboard sleeves. Now, new stereo mix of Revolver here. This should have the yellow on black Parlophone logo and label. Yeah. Okay. Now, original mono mix, or actually original mono master that was put on this, again, black Parlophone, yellow and black Parlophone label. This should be an interesting one. So I'll compare this one with the mono version of this album from the 2009 mono set. We have the 2 session CDs here. I like that they use these custom sort of front covers for them, and you will see also the Parlophone label. It's really nice because it looks like it's a test disc or a test tape or the test master tape that they had at the time. So it kind of looks really nice that they chose this as a design. Makes it a little bit, stand a little bit different than all of the others. And then this one, which a lot of people have complained again about, which is the Paperback Writer and Rain EP. I actually again like this, and I like it also because they used the original EP label with the 45 RPM and the Parlophone logo and all of that. So for me, a guy who doesn't own those EPs probably never will. And because there is a Beatles EP collection that was launched on CD, but all of those discs were not designed or stylized like the original EPs were. They had a very custom-made label for those CDs, and all of them kind of looked the same. I really didn't like that collection, that's why I didn't buy it. So I like that they are including these EPs, or sometimes maybe they will include singles in these collections with the original label. That's a really nice touch for me. So again, packaging, the design, sort of I like it, but the quality of materials that they use, I don't like it. Still, it looks nice. The one thing that is missing from this one, and people have complained, is this one is the first one that doesn't have a Blu-ray disc, which would include a surround Dolby Atmos 5.1 whatever stereo version of the album. Not sure why they didn't do it. It was still during the pandemic. Maybe they run late with it and they didn't manage to include it. But if they launch it later, it's going to be a little bit weird because it's going to cost people extra money to buy it, whereas for all of the other sets it was included in the original release. So that's going to be a little bit weird, but hopefully at least they will release it, because that would be a nice touch to listen to that on Dolby Atmos as well. Now let's do a reboxing of this before we close today. Just put the book in first. There we go. And then the discs. And there we go. All in all, it's a very nice release. I kind of like the box that it's sturdy. It was the same kind of box that they used on Abbey Road, except this one doesn't have the cutouts, and I actually prefer it without those cutouts here, because you can definitely get the book and everything outside of the box pretty easily without those. And it was easier for me to keep the wrap on it as well. The contents are good, with the exception of the missing Blu-ray, and also again, I really dislike the packaging that they use on the discs, but other than that, this is a pretty good and strong anniversary, or not anniversary, but deluxe edition. So I'm going to listen to this, and I'm going to provide probably a review of the stereo mix compared to the other releases from 2009. But otherwise, for me, until now at least, it's a 9 out of 10. for this edition. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Hope you had a good time. Join us next time when I hope I'll get my hands on the White Album. Until then, hit the like and the subscribe button if you like this kind of content. And beyond that, please let us know how you feel about the things that were put out in these deluxe sets. Do you feel like they could have done better with the Revolver set or even with the others? Let us know in the comments. Thank you very much for joining us, and see you next time.